Greco-Persian Wars Intro to a series following the course of the wars. Hello and welcome to this video on a conflict that would come to define the greater part of 5 decades for two parties and their regions. From prominent heroes and individuals like Leonidas to Themistocles, Miltiades and others, the wars would involve several regions and key battles, the likes of the Battle of Marathon, the Battle of Salamis, and the Battle of the Eurymedon. But what were the wars about, and when would they start? They occurred in a period of time that would see a clash between two ideologies, the Persians and their central monarchy against the Greek city-states and their democracy. It would represent a clash of epic and enormous proportions and would leave a legacy that would go on to echo in decades and centuries after, deciding the fate of greater events that would follow in the future. The start of the wars were generally contributed by several factors, amongst which were the festering historical grievances and tyrant rulers. Another event that would spark some of the flames of the conflict would involve Eretria and Athens, and a region on the western coast of Anatolia, Ionia. The Ionians, in the events prior to the invasions, had decided to revolt against the Persian subjugation under which they had been. Eretria and Athens would send aid to the region. The course of events would see the burning of Sardis, a capital of a Persian satrapy. This event would determine the course of the events following. The wars can be generally said to begin in 499 BC. The Persian army using Hellespont to cross into Europe would be made of troops from several regions. One of the earliest conflicts would be the Battle of Marathon, which would see the Greeks win a decisive and pivotal victory over the Persians. On the battleground, a decision to move on to Athens by the Persians would follow days of stalemate on the plains of Marathon. It was at this moment that the Persians were moving their cavalry onto their ships that the Greeks decided to stage an attack, resulting in an overwhelming defeat of the Persians. Several other battles would come after, like the epic and important Battle of Thermopylae, which saw King Leonidas of Sparta with his elite troops hold off the Persian forces, and the Battle of Salamis, the Battle of Artemisium and other key battles. The course of events would also see monumental and important figures like Miltiades, Themistocles, and Cimon, who would take part in ensuring Greek victory through their various acts, like advocating for the building of a greater navy, or their tactics and ideas on the battlefield. The course of the war would also see the Greek approach to warfare meet its equivalent in the Persian approach, and would see differences like the preference of a lighter infantry versus a heavier one, or differences in the use of long and short bows, the use of hoplite phalanxes and of different army formations. The end of the wars would follow battles and Greek victories like those at the Battle of Plataea. The autonomy of the Ionian region would ensue, and massive improvements in art, philosophy and democracy would follow the emergence of a new era in the Greek world and a change in the dynamics between the city-states. The Greco-Persian Wars would have led to the creation of the Delian League, which would continue to shape several events during and after the wars. Changes would also extend to the Persian Empire. The empire, which had been in full bloom, and had been one of the largest empires at the time, had owed its success to several factors, and some changes would occur within Persia following the war. The end of the wars marked the start of a great new era, and we will explore topics surrounding the wars and the changes they would bring, as well as some of the individuals that made the greatest impacts. This video is an intro to a series on the Greco-Persian Wars that will follow. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like and share. Also watch some of the other videos on the channel.